Hey folks. Okay, what I'm going to try to do is fly from home to the corner of the trees. Now you can see that it's mostly trees other than the power lines. And Google Maps says 500 meters. Now around this point, I noticed in GPS mode it's always jittery, so I kicked it out of GPS mode and went to altitude hold and just put the stick forward. That's my buddy Dave's house. You can see he keeps it nice. And that is Joey's house. Now the video on the monitor is still pretty clear. I haven't had any issues. You know, it would fade a little bit, but you know, I would say I still had, you know, 90% or better quality. You know, it just blip once in a while. Now about here, I figured that was where I wanted to be, and I flipped it back into GPS mode to let it kind of lock in, because I wanted to do a spin or two. And it looks like my lens had a fingerprint on it. It was pretty stable. This is where you know, having some type of gimbal or stabilization would be nice. I mean, this is just raw camera. Now the video did get pretty degraded. I would say 50% degraded when the tail was at this position. Because my house is straightforward, and you know the radio antenna for the video is out the back. So I don't know if it's, you know, interference or the way the antenna is designed. I guess I'd have to mess with a different antenna to see if that would help. I mean, it wasn't bad, but you know, it wasn't crystal clear anymore, or not, you know, it was kind of, you know, in and out. And then as I got closer, it cleared up. At this point, I did know I was over my neighbor Dave's house, and you know, I was coming up on my house on the right, but I didn't realize how high I was. So I see my neighbor across the street, but I don't see my house because it's in the shadows there. And so I'm panning around looking for it. I see it, but again, I don't realize how high I am. You know, I would guess, being that tallest tree is probably 100 feet, I guess I'm, you know, 250, 300 feet in the air maybe. So I'm still in GPS mode, and as you see, you know, when I try to descend, it gets kind of wobbly if I try to rapidly descend. So even when I take it out of GPS mode and put it in altitude hold, you know, I'll still get this wobble on a rapid descent. Now I don't know if I'm top heavy or you know, the all up weight of the aircraft is just too much. I mean, it doesn't have a problem flying. It's just these rapid descents. You know, it overcorrects. I think my gain. I've tried a gain of like 90, and then I've tried a gain of 135, and it doesn't seem to make a difference. So, if any fellow Hexacopter pilots have some insight to this, I'd like to hear it. All right, well, the rest is just, you know, a boring landing. But 500 meter test successful. Thanks for watching.